Vola Anguela o veterano, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanreke ngo sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong na Bula FM, nambando.
Bula FM, nambando na sir.
In the news tonight, police will not resort to violence, says Minister. Lack of qualified town planners a concern. And Lami Town Council owed $1.8 million in rates.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The public has been assured that police will not use excessive force in making arrests, despite numerous confrontations and scuffles in recent days. Defence Minister Eniese Ruratu says during his routine briefings with divisional police commanders, he's made it clear that no one is to cross the line. Edwin Nund reports.
The government is confident that despite threats and the atmosphere of animosity against police, the disciplined forces will not resort to violence.
The police does not have to be seen to be overreacting because unfortunately some of these incidents are isolated, one-off, but of course there is guidance as well for the police force in terms of the use of force.
We have to be professional about our use of force. That we don't overuse that force. We have to use it right. We have to, the bottom line is we have to be professional about it. Emotions run high, but we have to control all that and deal with things professionally.
Defence Minister Eniese Ruratu recently met various heads of divisions about the need for cool heads during all operations.
Reminding the top management and senior leadership of the need to remain professional and of course maintain the high standard as expected of them.
Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sitiven Ingilio has also assured that part of the research on tasers is the proper use, training and deployment of this non-lethal equipment. Edwin Nund, FBC News.
Fiji is in dire need of qualified and experienced town and country planners. This was highlighted by Acting Director Mohammed Ziar of the Department of Town and Country Planning while opening the World Town Planning Day celebrations at FNU's Derek campus this morning. Chosai Nanunga reports.
Planner has to wear different hats and has to consider social, economic and...
Town and Country Planning Acting Director Mohammed Ziar says manpower in his department does not meet the demand for development in Fiji.
So in Fiji, the planning profession can be viewed as a scarce skill set. Take, for example, the Department of Town Planning, whereby we have only 7 qualified town planners. This speaks volume of the need to build on this profession, as planners help guide development, which needs to be sustainable and in line with the existing planning policies and the overarching national development plan of the country.
Relevant courses for the profession are rarely offered in our country, and this is an area local and international institutes are trying to address.
FNU already has a 4-year program which incorporates planning, and now our students have proceeded on to 4th year, where they have completed projects on different aspects of planning that is useful to Fiji as well as the region.
And if we see the demand, then we can propose to the institution in Jakarta to provide this kind of training and scholarship.
Despite this scarce expertise in the field of town and country planning in Fiji, the department is optimistic that more students will take up relevant courses at the Fiji National University and International Tertiary Institute. Jose Nanunga, FBC News.
The Minister of Local Government met with the Lami Town Council today, having previously visited other town councils in the country. During today's meeting, the Minister was informed that the Lami Town Council is owed $1.8 million by ratepayers. Koroitan Dalala reports that this is a common issue that has been raised with the Minister during her other visits.
Pramila Kumar says the taxpayers' non-compliance with town rates has proven costly, with smaller towns now owing more despite their small town boundaries.
We have established that about $1.8 million is owed in rates, in business license, in property rentals not paid, and so forth. Even garbage collection, people are not paying their garbage rates. And that's a lot of money for a small town like Len.
Ratepayers are being urged to take advantage of the leeway given to them and settle their dues, with the deadline extended to the end of next month.
If they pay up the principal sum, all the interest will be discarded, not taken into consideration. So the waiver will be given on the interest rate.
Meanwhile, Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar says the outstanding rates owed to the 13 municipal councils stand at $33 million, with the Suva City Council recording the highest collectible amount of over $20 million. Koritandulala, FBC News.
The Real Estate Agents Licensing Board has started its public consultations on the review of the Real Estate Agents Act 2006. This is the first of 2 rounds of consultations that will be carried out. Eleanor Rangaivu reports.
As part of its policy and legal reform, the Real Estate Agents Licensing Board is gathering public views on the current Real Estate Agents Act, which governs licensing, operation and monitoring of real estate agents, salespersons and branch managers in the country.
What we're basically trying to do is to obtain the views of the people, because generally if you look at in the real estate sector, the public are affected because they are involved in buying and selling of the properties.
The board has already gathered submissions from real estate agents themselves. Chair Abdul Hassan says submission should include which sections of the 13-year-old legislation should be amended and what should be included.
We want to rectify those problems that is being faced by the public. And this is the main reason that we want to involve everyone so that they know what changes are needed, so that we can very effectively control the dealings in the real estate sector.
The public consultation started in Vonwalebu yesterday and will move to Bitilebu next week, where it will continue throughout the month.
And once we have collected all the information, then of course we're going to do the amendment in the Act. And again, after this, there is another round of consultation that we'll do with the public.
The review of the Real Estate Agents Act 2006 aims to improve customer protection and be in line with industry standards. Eleanor Rangaivu, FBC News.
4 men alleged to have facilitated the export of close to $1.5 million worth of cocaine to Australia were further remanded by the Lautoka High Court today. Dutch national Mark Winston, Shanil Autar, Roshnil Kumar and Pravishek Narayan have been charged with 1 count each of unlawful possession and supply of illicit drugs. Winston and Autar have also been charged with 1 count of unlawful exportation of illicit drugs. It's alleged that on the 7th of October, 51-year-old Winston, 35-year-old Autar, 24-year-old Kumar and 21-year-old Narayan engaged in dealing with the transfer, transport and supply of 39.36 kg of cocaine between Lautoka and Nandi. On the 8th of October, it is also alleged that Winston and Autar, without lawful authority, facilitated in the exportation of 34 parcels containing approximately 39.36 kg of cocaine. In court, the prosecution requested for more time to file information and disclosures. The case will be called again on the 27th of November. Up ahead, bail hearing dates set for alleged murderer, and Fiji Day celebrations to be bigger next year. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lautoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic.
New Zealand resident Mohammed Rahish Isuf's bail hearing has now been set for later this month. Isuf, who is alleged to have murdered a Nandi family and dumped their bodies in the Nausori highlands, appeared in the Lautoka High Court this morning. He is charged with 5 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. It's alleged that between August 25th and 26th this year, Yusuf murdered carpenter Nirmal Kumar, his 54-year-old wife Usha Devi, their 34-year-old daughter Nileshni Kajal, and her 2 daughters Sana, aged 11, and Samara, aged 8. The case will be called again on November 19th. Fiji will turn 50 next year, and the Independence Day celebrations on the 10th of October are expected to be bigger than any other year. As part of his opening address to the new term of Parliament yesterday, President Major General retired Tiochi Kondrote elaborated that 2020 marks a new era in Fiji's plans for celebrations are on a bigger scale and are currently in the pipeline.
It would be a shame to only limit our celebrations to a single day, a single week, or even a single month. We must see every day of the year ahead as an opportunity to appreciate the first 50 years of our nation's journey, the crowning moments of achievement as well as the mistakes which do not bear repeating. Our independent nation's 50th birthday will signal a new era of nationhood.
The Supervisor of Elections, Mohammed Saneem, has been appointed chair of the newly formed Association of Election Management Bodies in Melanesia. Heads of electoral offices from Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu and Fiji participated in a successful 2-day inaugural conference at the FEO this week, which culminated in the formation of the association. The association also signed an MOU with the MSG Secretariat to designate Secretariat responsibilities to it. Saneem says it's a historic occasion as the election bodies combine force as an association. This is also the first time they have had a roundtable meeting specifically for Melanesia.
The MOU is going to form the Association of Election Management Bodies in Melanesia, a sub-regional association of election management bodies.
The Ladies of Jazz, an event scheduled for the 23rd, hopes to revive jazz in the local music industry. Pacific Coast Events producer Darlene Underwood says the majority of locally produced music is based around the island reggae genre. But Underwood adds, a number of locally famous artists started their careers around jazz, such as that of Vunde Queen Liza Volokoro.
The Pacific music industry is getting quite commercialized, it's growing. It would be nice to encourage. I would like to see young musicians and performers move to jazz.
The Ladies of Jazz will perform at Shenanigans in Suva on the 23rd, featuring legendary jazz guitarist Tom Maui, his daughter-in-law Annie, Liza Volokoro, Josephine Das, and Sassy. It was a joyous moment for 45-year-old Ravi Ram when he found out he won a diamond-encrusted 3.5-carat sapphire ring. Ram was one of the 12 finalists from FBC's 6 radio stations and went on to win the ring as part of FBC's 65th Sapphire Anniversary celebrations. An excited Ram told FBC News he didn't know he had won until he received the call. The 45-year-old from Nakasi was visited by FBC staff today to hand over the sapphire ring. The $10,000 ring was custom-made and designed in-house by the FBC team.
Oh, I am so happy that I won the sapphire ring. I won't give to anyone. I'll wear myself.
And turning overseas, political squabbles over whether climate change has contributed to the major fire disaster in Australia have boiled over. This as leaders visited some of the worst hit towns in New South Wales. And it's business time now with Karoy.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up after the break, EFL and FNPF formalized partnership. And in growing Fiji, fisheries officers get certification. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची FM सुनता। गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Energy Fiji Limited will now provide employment data captured through its collection system to the Fiji National Provident Fund. The two entities today formalized a partnership aimed at promoting information sharing for compliance purposes. Kritika Kumar reports that this will ensure that companies pay their required contribution for their FNPF members.
The information shared will be assessed and validated by the FNPF within the agreed timeline before it reverts to EFL.
Whoever we deal with in terms of providing goods and services, we do ensure, in fact we are already ensuring that unless these organizations are both FNPF compliant and FRCS compliant, we will not engage in any business dealings with those companies who are non-compliant.
Common areas between the two were identified to ensure stakeholders are compliant to FNPF requirements.
So they have to go to FNPF and seek a letter that this company is compliant. Unless they give that to us, we will not deal with them.
The partnership ensures that members' funds are being paid on a timely manner.
It will make our compliance work much easier. As you know, compliance is a responsibility that sits with FNPF, but we see this responsibility not only with us.
The information exchange will be done on a quarterly basis and will be reviewed annually. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
It's time to join Sanifa for the latest from the money markets.
A quick look at the markets. Asian stocks and Wall Street futures fell today on growing worries US-China trade talks are stalling as President Trump fails to deliver any word on when a trade deal might be signed. The US dollar clung to most of its recent gains today. This was after central bank rate-setting decision in New Zealand and data that showed Australian wage growth further slowed in the third quarter. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand has held its official cash rate at 1%, dashing market expectations for an easing. Australian consumer sentiment rebounded somewhat in November, with a key gauge showing a lighter mood on family finances and the economic outlook. The Melbourne Institute and Westpac Bank Index of Consumer Sentiment has bounced 4.5% this month. That's all for now from HFC Bank, Vinaka.
Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar showed gains against the New Zealand dollar and the euro, but slipped against the other currencies we cover as global traders wait to see if Donald Trump will ever sign his promised tariff deal with China. The commodities market was mixed. Oil held steady above $56 per barrel. Gold was up a couple of dollars at $1,457 per ounce, and silver closed down at $16.84 per ounce. Nine Fijians are taking part in 10 days of training and assessment to certify them in coastal fisheries and aquaculture compliance. Senior Fisheries Officer Aporosa Rambo says the certificate training will enable them to carry out thorough compliance assessments. Rambo says this will lead to more competent assessments while making fisheries more sustainable, manageable and resilient. Of the 27 participants from 15 countries in the region, 13 are women.
The training is to qualify our fisheries compliance officers, both on coastal fisheries and aquaculture compliance assessments. On making sure that all the fisheries activities have been compliant with the fisheries legislations.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Thanks, Karoy, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, Bati to stay spiritually connected through app. And Fijiana Sevens praised for being an inspiration to Fijian women. This and more coming up.
Natango merea maramani waya manatu sawa weti kitu tunde nandi ya ndo marata kana baronga na radio Fiji 1.
Yawa asna datili yawa maga Monica. Tondo baronga vale bunar domo ibiti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa ngarse ngor kraki do televe na baronga na radio Fiji 1 na domo ibiti.
Natango tsane bukia ngoni na mosi ando talita kana baronga na radio Fiji 1 na domo ibiti su.
Radio Fiji 1 na domo.
Since ditching the dhimbi in favor of singing a more powerful hymn, spiritual preparation has become a vital part of the Fiji Mbati. That's one of the reasons they'll be using an app to stay connected and build on the spiritual culture that they draw inspiration from. Akuladama has more.
The Mbati is known to be a very close group, and what brings them even closer is their love for their faith, which is why they are trying out something new.
We're not developing the app, we're just using an app to stay in communication, right, with our players. So it's just a way of, we've got our players all over the world, we're just going to stay connected, one Bible verse a week, what that Bible verse means to you and how that makes you a better person and therefore a better player.
Keeping the players connected through the app will be vital for the Mbati culture and future as well, with new players coming in.
What we found out in camp is that when we do devotion every day, the Fijian boys that live in Australia, they really enjoy getting back to their heritage. They really enjoy getting closer to God. But when they leave camp, things start to drift away slightly. So we just want to keep them really closer, knit and tighter to God.
Meanwhile, the FNRL is now looking at starting the new domestic season early.
We're looking to start the Vodafone Cup next year in around March or April. The secondary schools are looking forward to beginning the competition in about week 2 of term 1 next year. They're all aligned to making sure that we achieve that goal.
Fiji Rugby League is now preparing for their Ron Macy Cup debut in Australia next year. Aquila Thama, FBC Sports.
Former Fiji Mbati forward Daniel Saifiti has extended his contract with the Newcastle Knights for a further 2 seasons. The New South Wales State of Origin representative was on contract until the end of 2020, with a new deal keeping Saifiti in the red and blue until at least the end of the 2022 season. The 23-year-old made his NRL debut for the Knights in 2016 and has played 85 games for the club. According to Knights CEO Philip Gardner, re-signing Saifiti is a key step in ensuring sustained success at the club. Flying Fijians head coach John McKee is expected to include the core of this year's Fijian Rua team in his starting lineup to take on the Barbarians. Players like Tevita Ikenivere, Tevita Nangali, Johnny Daya, Chone Manu, Caleb Bunce, Cyril Reese, and Enele Malele are strong contenders for the match day 23 on Sunday. Head coach John McKee says they have something up their sleeves that can rattle the Barbarians, particularly in attack.
When we're in attack, we want to certainly stress the Barbarians' defensive system. We want to go at them hard and look to create opportunities on the edges. But for us, it's about sticking to our systems and playing within our systems and the discipline to do that, and that will create opportunities for us. We've also got a few special players up our sleeves, so expect to see a couple of those.
11 players with links to Fiji have been named in the 4 New Zealand Super Rugby squads for 2020. Waisake Naholo's younger brother Kini is the notable inclusion in the Chiefs side. Emoni Narawa, Hoskins Sotutu and Alex Hodgman are in the Blues. Chris Kurindrani, Tevita Nambura and Chone Nareki are part of the Highlanders squad. The Crusaders have named Sevu Rees, George Bawa and Manasa Mataele, while former Flying Fijian skipper Kelele Awere's son Isaiah Walker is part of the Hurricane setup. The Fiji Airways Fijiana Sevens have been told that they're an inspiration for most women around the country. Minister for Women Mereseni Vuniwanga made this remark as the side prepares for its next tournament on the Women's World Series. Save Wanga with the details.
The Fijiana Sevens side were today reminded that they are shaping Fiji's future towards the goal of achieving gender equality in sport.
Until very recently, women rugby players regularly faced discouragement, disapproval just for playing the sport. The early development of the sport and where we stand today is almost entirely attributed to the determination and sacrifice of you.
After a successful campaign at the Oceania Sevens in Suva last weekend, Vuniwanga congratulated the players for qualifying for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
I'm very proud, very, very proud as Minister for Women that Fiji can call on you as wonderful ambassadors for young women and girls today. And I hope that with your support we can seize this opportunity to grow women and girls sport in communities across the length and breadth of our island nation.
Skipper Rusila Nangasau says rugby has inspired her to become a better person on and off the field.
In Fiji here, rugby is a man-dominant game, but for us here, it's our passion playing rugby. Most of us, this is what we do every day. We just love to play.
The Fijiana Sevens side is continuing preparations for the Dubai tournament, which begins on the 5th of next month. Savewanga, FBC Sports.
Hailing from Naita Siri, where rugby is held in high regard, 16-year-old Andy Arrieta went against the grain when she developed an interest in football. However, learning the sport was made easier with the help of her older sister who plays district football for Rewa. Faria Begum with the story.
For Fiji under-16 women's rep Andy Arrieta, football was not an option, but destiny had plans of its own for her.
When my sister Rachel started to play football, so she picked me up to play in the Nisinu team.
Her only goal for now is to ensure she makes it to the final 20-member squad, which will be announced later. For Wilma Baleirara, being inspired by her father to pursue a career in football is an honor.
He always pushes me to become a better soccer player, and sometimes he tells me to always have faith in myself.
Fiji women's under-16 squad have been in camp for the past 3 weeks and will depart for Tahiti after 2 weeks to take part in the 2019 OFC Under-16 Women's Championship. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
England football coach Gareth Southgate has compared his squad to a family after a dressing room bust-up between Raheem Sterling and Joe Gomez. The incident has seen Sterling drop from Friday's Euro 2020 qualifier. That's it from Sports Tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather and in new media after the break. A look at the importance of keeping your keyboard clean. That's coming up.
हम रहता है हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार हम रहता है रेलेवू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोते सुनता है बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम नंबर 1 रेडियो
कुमार स्वामी नायक है गोंगवा लुगु लटोका रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे
कुमार नकाफी में रहता है रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन.
Keeping your technological gadgets clean is very important. So does that include your keyboard? Here's more from Buzz60. Angie joins us now with the latest in weather.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. The sun was out just when it's not the weekend. Anyways, Wednesday brought us so much sunshine. It was in abundance actually. So, hope you loved it and are looking forward to more fine weather. I have all the sunny news ever. Let's check out the west. It was quite humid after all that showers. The night will be clear and cool. Eastwards from Pekaba to Suva, sun shone so bright, drying up everything that was soaked in rain. And up north, the sun was all smiles here too. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots with moderate to rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 8:37 tonight with low tide at 3:05 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:22. Now looking at tomorrow, light showers in prediction, otherwise all fine and beautiful. Tomorrow's temps, Lautoka will be the warmest at 32 degrees. The Sugar City looks like fun. And looking further on to Friday, come through already. Fine spells in the bag and the weekend looks promising too. And that's all the weather from the Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. Our Fijian Pulse question tonight is, should police officers be armed with taser guns?
Yeah, it's good to introduce in Fiji.
I think it is good for peace and harmony for our country.
So police have been assaulted. It needs to be introduced.
Just for the change and to see how it's working in Fiji.
No, the reason why is because it can kill a human and it can lead to death.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, while putting together a Thanksgiving menu, this next story tells you the most unpopular items Americans say they hate to eat. Recapping the main stories for tonight, police will not resort to violence, says Minister. Lack of qualified town planners a concern. And Lami Town Council owed $1.8 million in rates. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question we're asking: do you think there should be harsher penalties to those convicted of assaulting police officers? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day sent in by Graham Stageman. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, our Twitter page at FBC_news, or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब Mirchi FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता. Gold Town Tava में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.